Is Celestial Goth a thing? And if so, what is it? Today we'll be checking out a sub-style that's goth related, or more specifically, a dark leaning aesthetic that merges classic gothic sensibilities with imagery inspired by the cosmos, stars, moons, and astrological symbols. Stick around for a little chat about darker styles versus the goth scene proper, and to unbox some lovely things that fit this theme. Today you'll get a chance to win a little goth giveaway, and you'll get magical stardust sprinkled appreciation for every like and comment you leave me. Subscribe if you want a new 90s goth bestie, and let's get into it. Firstly, why do I highlight that this is an aesthetic or style? Because there's the goth scene, which is rooted in goth music, there's goth adjacent scenes and music styles, and there's a whole spectrum of aesthetic styles that can be potentially considered goth. To be clear, liking one or more of these styles does not make you a goth or part of the goth scene by default, but if you happen to appreciate these styles, great. Welcome aboard, love what you love. I touched very briefly on two goth styles in my VGT video, a romantic goth style and cybergoth. But today we're focusing on Celestial Goth, which according to Pinterest is related to whimsy goth, a dark moon witch aesthetic, lunar goth, and somehow cottagecore. And if all of these labels and subspecies of style subgenres make you cringe a little bit, I get it, I really do. Also, don't blame me, I didn't make up any of these terms, but they do slightly fascinate me. Why? My interest in certain aesthetics and music began approximately 123 years ago when I was a literal baby bat. My dad played David Bowie a lot on vinyl because that's how things were done back then. Ashes to Ashes is in fact imprinted on my DNA, and the dark, unsettling, melancholy images that my baby bat brain formed of Major Tom floating in space, passing messages back to Earth for his wife before running out of air to breathe haunt me to this day. It's no great revelation that Bowie and his rebellious punk and post-punk progeny opened the portal that spawned goth. But other than Ziggy Stardust and spaced out themes, what primordial dark influences informed my interest in the Celestial Goth aesthetic? Literature plays a part. Dark academia, magical fantasy, and gothic moon vampire prose all influence the vibe. In fact, if you're allergic to using the word goth in conjunction with style labels, this style can also be thought of as a darker counterpart to a celestial aesthetic, much like you have academia and dark academia. And yes, I said moon vampire if you caught it. A recent Reddit search helped me unearth a book that I read as a young teenager. I completely forgot the name of it for literally decades, but yet I felt supremely nostalgic about it because it absolutely inspired my gothic sensibilities. I cannot say if it stands the test of time, as I've not reread The Dark Angel, but if celestial vampires, witches, a spin on an enemies to lovers trope, and castles on the moon are an appealing premise, it could be an interesting read for you. But I digress. For the witchy and astrology interested among you, probably the biggest inspo that informs the symbolism intrinsic to a celestial goth style comes from your lot, and not particular goth bands, artists, albums, or literature. I think this is why it appeals to me, as it's a meeting of two of my loves. Certain symbols associated with goth, such as bats, coffins, and ankhs, are exchanged for cosmic, magical, and lunar motifs, which I personally find particularly beautiful and comforting. What I love about goth music, gothic poetry, and dark literature is the way they spark reflection. They're not just art forms, they're portals of a sort, and they offer a way for me to explore the full spectrum of shadowed, beautiful, terrifying, and liberating human experiences, from existential dread to longing and loss, nostalgia, memento mori, aloneness, otherness, passionate desire, and the comfort found in unusual companionship, objects, and places. I truly believe that there's depth in the darkness and beauty in these intersections, and this is personally why I oppose the idea that gothic sensibilities are somehow limiting. I think they can be expansive rather, and I can enjoy and appreciate the full spectrum of life's offerings and not just the happy, joy side of life. But I digress again. Much like the Gothic, celestial bodies and cosmic themes stir a reflective pull. Musings on the universe, our place within it, the yearning to know the unknowable, and the desire to venture into something that's mystical, ethereal, and vast. When it comes to personal presentation, however, I embrace this style sparingly. Full boho goth is not for me, but you do you. If head-to-toe lunar goth night witch is your thing, embrace that. Today I'm going to unbox a lovely collection of dark celestial themed items from a brand that I haven't heard anything about here on YouTube. To be fair, so-called goth brands in general are a bit of a new discovery for me. For those who like bargains or who want to casually dip a toe into dark moon reflecting waters, I hope to share some affordable and accessible ways to do so. You don't need to go the whole goth brand way at all, but if you want to see what's out there, let's start by exploring one brand that executes this style pretty well. That's my drum roll. This is a Rogan Wolf unboxing. I've never bought anything from Rogan Wolf before. In their own words, they're a fashion, jewelry and lifestyle designer brand. Their brand caters to witches, unicorns, mermaids, rogues and wolves. Once again, I have been swayed to buy things from this brand because they had an 80% off sale. I've looked at their stuff before and I'm like, I cannot justify the expenses. They're a UK brand. But this already looks promising, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. There is so much porcelain in this box. Just so you know, this is an 8-kilo box of stuff. The shipping and the import duties were substantial, but all of this stuff was 80% off and I felt it was possibly worth it. We will see. Time will tell. Let's open this. I'm going to be so sad if something's broken. I think they have a pretty fair returns policy, but I'm nervous and I'm not editing any of the stuff out if it is broken. So I'll be sad for them too, because obviously that's not going to look too good for them. All right, I don't love styrofoam packaging, but in this case, I think it's valid. This is hard. You know what? I would rather it be absolutely stuffed in with styrofoam than arrive in bits and pieces. We're going to have to do one of those 10 hours later transitions. Holy heck. If this is intact, this will all be worth it, but right now it sucks. Yell me. Rogan Wolf, I apologize. My technique was absolutely rubbish. It's not you, it's me. Please be okay. It's feeling good so far. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's all right. Oh, look at that. It's deep. It's a big bowl. I mean, it is a dinner bowl, to be fair, so it should be a substantial size, but this is amazing. I absolutely love it. And how good is that going to look when it's full of food too? Because you'll still get some of this beautiful celestial design, the stars and the clouds at night. Oh, I love it. I'm so thrilled. All is forgiven, Rogan Wolf. I'm sorry. Seriously, ask anyone who knows me. I'm the worst. I'll rip boxes open from the wrong side, destroy cereal packets. I'm terrible. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Selena, look at this. Denise, Star Raven, Eody, Dizzy, John. Oh my gothy and tarot friends. Star, check this out. I want to see what the artwork is like in this. Death, fate, judgment, power, the lovers, 6 rings, the magician, the moon. I always love the moon. That's usually one of my favorite cards in any deck that I see. The star, the witch. Oh, I love her. That's really sweet. Little baby tarot coloring book. Now, I cannot remember exactly how much I paid for this, but what I can say now that I've seen the size and how many pages there are, what I paid was a good price for it. I would not have bought this at full price. I think I paid around 20 crowns-ish, I want to say. So that's about $2. That's fair for this. It is cute and a sweet little gift. Imagine giving this to someone as a card instead of a regular birthday card, something interactive that they could actually use. So I've got 2 of those. I might give one away. I'm not going to open the second one. I just want to keep that all intact in case I do give it away to somebody. Be nice and smudge free. Oh, I know what this is. Maybe I should do all the porcelain first and then I can move on to the other stuff. I don't want you to have to sit with me while I'm opening another one, but I will open this one. It's the same as what you just saw before, but maybe I can do this. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah, I got 2 of these. This explains the weight of this box and the size of this box. I feel like every time I do an unboxing, the box gets slightly bigger, like it's almost some comedic device of a prop. Try to learn from my mistakes. Oh, it's working. It's working. It's alive. Now, I need to be really careful opening this because I don't want anything to drop out. So I'm leaning out on the rest of the package. Ooh, so far so good. Oh my gosh, I love this plate. It's a really simple design. I can see myself using this like an everyday thing that's a little bit special. I love anything that has a celestial theme. Moons are my vibe, stars. This is gorgeous. I don't want anything that's too elaborate. I don't want anything that's covered in text. I don't want anything that's too gimmicky, but I want something that's on brand for me. This is perfect. And there's another plate to go with this. It's a larger one, I believe. Yes, there it is. I mean, there's a lot of styrofoam. I would rather have the secure packaging than not enough in this case. These plates are heavy, you guys. They're heavy. They're very substantial. They're beautiful. You can see some flecks. Don't worry, they're not scratches. They're just little remnants of the styrofoam, but that will wash off. And you can stack these plates. Oh, so nice. And I love how the larger one has the actual moon phases. This is where we're at right now, you guys. Full moon today. Okay, so I've got another set of those and another dinner bowl. So I'm going to open something different so we don't have a repeat. But if something happens to come out of one of these boxes and it isn't intact, I will show you just for transparency. What do we have here? Oh, I forgot that I got this. And this I plan on taking with me when I go on an adventure soon. A water bottle. I have one, but it's a shaker and I wanted something that was just very simple. And again, I love this design. I will take this to the gym with me. I'm going to take it on my next vacation. Let's open it up. Oh, it's great. Look at that. And I love the feel of the handle, this strap. It's like a soft touch rubber, but it feels really sturdy. I don't think that's going to crack. And this mechanism is really smooth. And the bottle is a beautiful size and it's a decent weight. Look at the design. So I think this was retailing originally for about 500 crowns. Yeah, that's a bit too much, but 80% off. Sold, and that's in perfect condition. And let's just appreciate the box for a minute because that's also really lovely with the marble finish and stars peeking through. It carries 900 mils or 32 ounces. It's an insulated vacuum stainless steel bottle and it's going to keep your drinks cold for 20 to 24 hours, warm for 10 to 12 hours, and hot for 6 to 8 hours. That's impressive. It comes with a rubber sealed splash proof airtight wide mouth lid and it's crafted with food grade 18x8 stainless steel. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I know that BPA free is good and it's FDA approved and highly resistant to rust. Also easy to hand wash, which is great. Let's get on to the next thing. And that would be this. This is the only item of clothing that I bought from Rogan Wolf. Again, 80% off. Oh, I like this. I wear t-shirts to bed. I don't have regular normal person pajamas. and I wanted something that would be large and cozy. And I thought this was really sweet. And the flecks are really cute, aren't they? They're like little stars. The weight of this is lovely. It really is so nice. What does this say? Aw, this is what spells are made of. I'm really happy so far. I've still got 2 more boxes to open. And I also have another package coming from them with some mugs. And I don't know where that has gone. Hopefully it'll turn up. Let me try this on and then I'll open these 2 boxes. So what do you think of Rogan Wolf? How do you think it compares to other brands within the gothosphere, like Killstar? Let me know in the comments, and do recommend your favourite brands to me too. I'm always happy to explore new things. I think Killstar offers a greater number of items overall, and they seem to have more sales and a larger variety of clothing and homeware styles. However, Rogan Wolf have some high quality, lovely items that are less common arguably, and particularly if you're in the UK, you can get an absolute steal if you shop their 80% off sales. They also have the biggest range of darker themed casual shoes and boots than maybe any other brand I've come across, and a whole Celestial section on their web shop. If you don't do goth or goth brands, but you like the dark Celestial vibe, there's a ton of stuff out there, including some very affordable options to add a dash of moonlit magic into your life, from decor to beautiful journals and stationery, typefaces if you're into graphic design, tarot and oracle decks. I love the original Ethereal Visions tarot deck by Matt Hughes, but the new edition is stunning. These candles are lovely and fairly priced. This moon necklace I found on Etsy is charming and affordable, as is this bracelet charm. I found these pillowcases from a local discount homeware store. They're 85 Swedish crowns for 2. I found stuff on Vinted for around 30 crowns or $3 US. And Black Moon Cosmetics have some lovely accessories starting at only 43 crowns. I love this makeup bag. There's so much out there. One of the simplest things you can do to add a touch of this vibe to your style is paint your nails. Even a basic black nail with a top coat of glitter will do. Simple and super affordable. I do this regularly myself, and I could go on, but now I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on Celestial Goth as a style? Yay, nay, meh? If it's not your vibe, let me know what styles you love. Now, if you've made it to the end of the video, here's some Stardust sprinkled appreciation for you. And if you'd like to receive some bat post from me with a couple of gothy goodies, drop me a comment and let me know your zodiac sign. A comment will be chosen randomly, and if it's yours, I'll send a little something your way. Also, feel free to add any questions for a Q&A video that I'll put together at some point. Ask me stuff and I'll do my best to answer you and give you a shout out if you like. Thanks for hanging out with me today, for watching, liking and subscribing, and until next time, be well and stay magical.